Tonight it's just going to be all about the first and second year players who are looking to be backups on this field during the course of the season.
I'ma keep winning. You can try to save yourself, but you only gon' play yourself. You can try to save yourself, but you only gon' play yourself. Yeah.
Who's going to throw? He's got Bobo! Bobo's got a touchdown! Seahawks! A perfect pass!
You can try to save yourself, but you only gon' play yourself. You can try to save yourself.
Steps up in the pocket, gonna go down again!
I came this far, nothing can't stop me now. They knock me down, but they can't count me out. I can't lose, I won't lose.
Takes the shotgun snap, gets hit and goes down.
You can try to save yourself.
2 dropbacks, 2 sacks.
You can try to save yourself, but you only gon' play yourself.
And you can wrap this one up. They're going to tally their first preseason win already this year in their first opportunity over the Vikings.
Preseason football has a strategy all its own. Every team approaches it differently. At the Seahawks, everyone has a chance to make the 53-man roster. And preseason is the perfect amount of pressure to reveal the diamonds in the rough. Preseason is also a perfect time for coaches to assess how a new team is gelling.
Oh, really? That's what you're doing?
Building trust among a roster that will be halved in less than a month is difficult, but it's nothing the coaching staff at the Seahawks aren't used to. And who better to talk about high-stakes trust than the Blue Angels?
The spectacle of what the Blue Angels represent and what they're all about. But you don't know nothing until you hear from them. They're here today. We got a whole crew here today to be part of just the start of this meeting here, to just kind of talk a little bit to us about what it takes to get the job done on this incredible level of performance that they execute. So let's bring your crew up, let's go bring the front. Here.
Formed in 1946 and calling my hometown of Pensacola, Florida their home, the Blue Angels are a flight demonstration squadron of the United States Navy. It's an extremely competitive assignment with the top 1% of Navy pilots being selected. The Blue Angels are considered one of the most elite military flight teams in the world. They exemplify teamwork, professionalism, and precision in their skilled flying, making the impossible look easy. The pilots credit that excellence to 2 things: trust and accountability.
Today is the day that we're talking about critiquing performance, and accountability and all that. Share with us what it is, what kind of the process that you guys go through to get to that kind of a show that you put on.
It's a huge piece of the Blue Angels is trust and accountability. Getting to the show and being able to build up to that is actually a great question for our number 4, our slot pilot. He's our training officer. He's the one who keeps that entire Delta formation together and spend hours at the end, just like you would looking at tapes. We do the same kind of thing, frame by frame by frame. I'll let Lieutenant Scott Goosens, go ahead and explain kind of what it's like to be in that position.
Thanks, Josh. Yeah, absolutely. So, Tell the Truth Monday, like Coach Carroll was talking about, you guys are about to watch tape on how y'all played and break down every play and hopefully have extreme ownership over any mistakes that you made. We do the exact same thing in the Blue Angels. You guys are in training camp right now, right? There's a lot more people in this room right now than there will be at the end, right? And it's about working hard every day and getting better and holding yourself accountable. We start our training camp back in January. We go out to the desert in Southern California for 3 months. We fly 2 to 3 times a day, 6 days a week. And at the end of every single flight, we watch tape on exactly how that went, breaking it down frame by frame to make sure to see any mistakes we made and how we can do better. But before we even watch that tape, we'll come back to that debriefing room and we will go around the table and we will all call ourselves out on what mistakes we made that day or really specifically during that flight. If you want to be a leader on this team, if you want to be a teacher or a leader in the Blue Angels, you need to be the first person to raise your hand and say, I made a mistake, I take full ownership over that, I'm going to help you learn from my mistake, and we're going to move forward together as a team. That's what allows us to fly 12 inches apart in the Blue Angels. If you don't have that absolute trust that the person next to you is doing the best that they can, and you literally are putting your lives in their hands because you know that they are fully accountable for everything that they do, and they have the credibility in your eyes to say, hey, I know I'm flying literally a foot away from this person's wing, and they're not going to do something that's going to cause me to lose my life. At the end of every single debrief, after we've just kind of torn each other apart and put everything we've done wrong out on the table, we all ended with glad to be here. Because at the end of the day, we are lucky enough to be a Blue Angel flying these blue and gold jets over the United States, representing our brothers and sisters who are serving overseas. Just like you guys are incredibly lucky to be playing in the NFL, there's many, many people who would trade seats with you in a heartbeat, and we know that's the same thing for us. So even though we hold ourselves to an incredibly high standard, at the end of the day, it's that relentless optimism and that attitude of, hey, yep, I made mistakes today, but tomorrow I'm going to be better, and I'm going to be better for everybody else in this room to make sure that us as a team continue to progress and succeed. It's different stakes, but at the end of the day, it's really the same message that I think you guys are trying to put forward here as you look to move forward as a team and accomplish a goal at the end of the season. That's the same thing we're doing. We hope our best show of the year is our last show of the year, which I'm sure for you guys, hopefully your best game of the year is that last game of the year, which ends in you guys lifting that Lombardi trophy. So thank you all for having me.
The type of trust accountability builds takes time, but hearing it from those who put their lives in each other's hands every day leaves a mark on the team. Accountability isn't just a player's mindset. Defensive coordinator Clint Hurtt embodies accountability starting at the top.
I'm a little bit of a neat freak. This is like a bad thing, so like things gotta be aligned correctly, but I like it because when my kids at home go through my stuff, I know when they've been messing with things they got no business. It's like everything has to be aligned a certain way. I don't know what they call that. OCD maybe? All day, every day. Just constantly watching film and evaluating upcoming opponents and seeing also like what other teams around the league are doing, like what are they playing coverage-wise in certain down and distance situations, you know, how to utilize their blitz packages and when, you know, how they put that stuff together. So you have two things. You have to study the offensive opponent that you're getting ready to see, but it's also good to stay up to date on, you know, what people are doing around the league, you know, and kind of find out the reasons why they do certain things that they do. Y'all are hilarious. I guess you're right, I can't. Right here, right by the fridge. Oh yeah.
Keeping the mindset of a student in his study of film doesn't prevent Hurtt from sliding into teacher mode on a dime.
Hallelujah,
Ain't enough of y'all know this song right now. I can feel that. You know this? This your song, D-Hall? Come here, D-Hall.
Or, on occasion, preacher mode.
Come on up here. Come on to the congregation. Come on to the congregation. In the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. Go ahead, let's go.
Something about the name Jesus. It is the sweetest name. I know. It is the sweetest name. I know.
What happened? You done sit down. Let's sit down. Hey, let's roll. We want to continue heightening our awareness for things that we are going to be seeing, all right? I talked yesterday about us having a foundation. There are some alerts and things as a defense that we have to be aware of, or some issue plays, all right, that are going to show up, all right? So that way you guys just see how these things are going to be blocked when we're lined up like so. Everybody good? Any questions? Excellent. Here we go. We'll get this on you guys' iPad too. All right, let's go, man. Let's have a hell of a day.
Besides the new talent competing for a spot, preseason is also the time to let players who have spent time in other organizations settle into a new program.
Or Daniels. Don't listen to Jamal.
If you was spending your money, where would you spend your money?
El Gauchos or Daniels?
El Gauchos? El Gauchos in Seattle.
No, it's in downtown Bellevue too.
My name is Mario Edwards Jr. I play defensive lineman for the Seattle Seahawks. I've been kind of a journeyman, you know, with the Raiders and other teams, and I would say this is probably the best place, just a home field. I played with Nico Thorpe, played with Darren Bays, a lot of familiar faces around here, so it made me feel like home.
A journeyman is someone who has played for several teams over their career. And oftentimes, journeymen have beat the odds multiple times over, whether through injury recovery, personal performance, or other circumstances. In a league often coined not for long, men like Rio exemplify longevity through grit.
Let's go, Indy, let's go. Outside backers with BT. On the hop. Hurry up, D-Hall. Y'all are waiting on the damn dime.
Me, Dre, Jay Reed, even Mike, Big Mike is a rookie. He's making a play every day, but you know, Jay Reed is 8 years and Dre is 6, but we get together good. It's like a three-headed monster. You get a little different with Jay Reed, a little different with me, and a little different with Dre, and so it's kind of fun, man. We kind of battle with each other, compete with each other, and we crack jokes all the time.
I know, listen, strength ain't been your problem. Making sure you're moving good.
It's good to be back. You know, it's like going back home when you've been on vacation for a long time. You know how you want to get back in your own bed and, you know, enjoy your own peace, and that's how it feels coming back here.
Mullins takes a shotgun snap, he gets hit and goes down. Jaron Reed again, back at the 15-yard line, breaks free on a stunt up front. The galloping defensive lineman for the Hawks do it again. Steps, looks, gets hit, flag is down, Prescott goes down. Getting to him was Jaron Reed. Jaron Reed with a great sack dance.
There's a lot of new faces, but of course, they'll be the guys in my room, period. You know, Dre, Rio, you know, Cam, the young guys, Mike. I just try to make sure I build a relationship with all those guys, and Chenna and everybody. You know, I know DT from when I was here in the past, but, you know, we're all pretty close. You know, those are my guys.
Oh my gosh.
Well, me and Coach Hurtt go all the way back. You know, he had me when I was a young pup, my second year in the league, and coached me all the way up as a D-line coach to win until I left. And, you know, when I was away, when he got a DC job, I was kind of like, dang, you know, like my position coach gets the DC job, so, you know, now I want to play for him. And, you know, it's different when you got guys like that that help you grow as a player and everything, because you could just play that much harder for a guy that you want to see succeed at a job that most people don't get an opportunity to have.
The last time Jay Reed was here, Hurt was his D-line coach. Returning to him as defensive coordinator means a lot to Reed.
Practice-wise, what phases, like what we're working on, is it a first, second down day, is it a move the ball situation where we're going to work on sudden change, first, second, and third downs, is a third down competition. And usually that's something that coach will set up and Shane and I will discuss. It could be third down in 3 to 6. It could be a third down in 7 to 10 situation. So then, you know, when I get with the coaches, I can say, okay, this is what we need to focus on in individual or group install periods. These are the techniques that we need to work on so our players are prepared.
Clint Hurtt spent 5 seasons as the defensive line coach at the Seahawks and is now entering his second as defensive coordinator.
Hold up the damn personnel groups when you're coming out so we don't get caught with 12 people. Everybody got me on that. Let's go. So you kind of focus your individual teachings that day on what they're going to be seeing in practice and the things that you're going to call. So that starts the night before. You iron out any last-minute wrinkles or details that got to get taken care of the morning of, but generally things are done the day before that. And you keep pushing on from there. So now you can build the necessary skills that the guys need to have for what you're working on.
When you guys are working this on your cross chop, really, we want to take this off a foot freeze. So if I give a jab step with my inside foot, that makes that guy sit down. So when you go to cross chop, Bobby, you can walk through this with me. When I go to cross, you go to cross chop, bang. He throws his outside hand, bang, here, open up. Now you get your hips flipped, hips are facing the QB. Live body right here. Ready?
The relationships players make with their position coaches are unique. They are forged by immense amounts of time together and collective effort, which creates a rare level of trust.
Quick hands, quick hands. Nice. See your target? Nah, back again. You throw it at nothing. Go reach for it. Put your hands up like an old lineman. So if I come in right now, I'm coming here to go and catch that arm, bang, club the back of the tricep, or you can even grab to pull yourself through. So I come in here, bang, bang, I'm pulling myself through to go finish my rush. Everybody got me?
But you look for like the little intricacies of maybe how they teach something or how something gets done. That's all, but you constantly watch tape. Watch, because you learn so many different things.
The Seahawks host their first preseason game at home versus the Minnesota Vikings. It's the first chance the new members of the team get to experience the 12s in Lumen Field.
I'm really just looking forward to getting out there, getting that first action. It's fun to have them here in training camp, going through the little things and just getting little bites and pieces, but I'm ready to step out on Lumen Field and, just feel the environment, feel the atmosphere, and, they're definitely the loudest fans.
Leave that shit out there. Do right over, but run and hit and have fun, man. Hey, let's go, baby. Let's start right here.
Walking onto the field for the very first time can be emotional. Trust me, I know.
It's physical football every night, all night, baby. Let's go. You know what time it is, baby. Ain't no more talking. Time to run and freaking hit, baby. It's for real now. It's for real now. Who wants to throw the first punch out there? All right, let's get it going, baby. Let's get it going.
Let's go, fellas. Run the show. Make sure we communicate. LB's on 3. 1, 2, 3.
LB is called for a fair catch. Ball is tipped. Ball is picked up by the Seahawks. Heading to the end zone. It's Griffin Amen. Here's a fullback who locks. Perfect pass. And Jigba makes the catch. He's all the way out to the 45-yard line. McBride gets the handoff. Gets hit in the backfield. This time they're not going to get it. Two different Seahawks got there.
Under the Thursday night lights, many players rose to the occasion, making the 12s and the vets on the sidelines jump to their feet.
Hey, I needed that little talk early.
Big pass, big catch, big touchdown, Seahawks!
Hey, first win, the Seahawks, man, that shit feels great, boy. It feels great.
The Seahawks leave Thursday night with a victory, their first on the year. But the next morning brings an opportunity for the habit of accountability to form, regardless of the favorable outcome.
What ranking are we gonna give D Hall's singing performance? It was okay.
He'd be in the church choir.
He'd be in the church choir? You think so? This is a good drop by you as the 2 checks out late. I love where you're at. Okay, you're in a great spot right there. Now, once the ball's thrown, you need to do what? Got to break on the ball. Got to get that going. All right? Next one. If you see that it's already covered, then you square up and you just continue to keep your eyes in front looking for work. Everybody good there? All right? Well played. All right? We're going to end right there on this. We'll be able to finish this up later on this evening when we come back after post-practice meetings. Today, we're 2 days past the game. Yesterday, you young guys had a little bit of some grace for me because of chasing the ball coming a day after the game. I know you guys are working to do some soreness and things of that nature. Today, we got to turn that up. Okay, turn that up. We're getting out of the stack. You got to continue to train great practice habits. All right, how we practice, the energy, the effort, the intensity that we do things at, it prepares you to have great performances on Sundays. The harder practice is, the easier that the games are. You guys should have felt that going into this game. All right, it was a lot easier to be able to go out there and go execute and do the things that we did. Same thing. So we got to ratchet up the intensity today. We're getting out of the stack and getting after the ball. Everybody got me? We're done. Let's get out of here. Jay, we got 8 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Roy, you in there? We locked and loaded, we good to go? Ready to roll. All right. It's been an unbelievable camp. It's probably been the best camp since I've been here. Of our guys just understanding football. Obviously it's year 2 in the system, and the guys, they're playing faster because they're not having to think and process things. They understand what we're asking them to do, and also understanding the other side of the football. So it's been exciting. The coaches have done a great job.
Well, my personal goals don't matter. It's all team goals. And for the team, I just want for one to be the best defense in the NFL, in the NFC. Want to win the NFC first. And then, of course, everybody wants to win the Super Bowl. But we got to take it, one game at a time, one team at a time. And I just think really people are just underestimating us right now. And, I think we got an underdog mentality. And we're working hard to be one of the best defenses in the league, if not the best.
Trust and accountability. Not earned overnight, but something to be practiced. And the Seahawks have 2 more preseason games left to do just that.